Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome in. We've got something quite a bit different for you tonight. How about it? No face cam and just some page turning here. It's sheet music ASMR, so Sunday nights we like to do like a music lesson with some sheet music and stuff and check all of that out. Sort of like an extended music lesson for us that like RJ's daily music lesson points redeem, but a little bit different vibe tonight. I wanted to make sure Jules and I were like experimenting with this idea for this of having the sheet music be really the center of attention and to make it more of a traditional like page turning sort of experience. And so I'm set up over here. I'm sitting in Jules' seat. Those are RJ hands, but here in Jules' seat. And hanging over here, and we're going to look at this. Might be my favorite book of sheet music that I have in my entire sheet music library. It's the complete works, collected piano works, rags, waltzes, and marches from the one and only genius of Scott Joplin. So let's get to it. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Glad I'm here. We do still have some Todd twerk. Do still have some Todd twerk action for you as well. Glad you're here. Glad I'm here. Big hearts and hugs. Let's go into it. Ludo, nice first in chat today, too. Good to see you tonight, Ludo. Yes, indeed. RJ Hands. And we're really just going to do some traditional page turning and check through. So this book has this awesome, like, giant biography at the beginning that we'll be doing some reading of. And then lots and lots of great ragtime sheet music to take a look at. Sapando, gentle greetings. Welcome in, Sapando. How are you tonight? Great to see you, friend. Gentle greetings. Dazlark, it is indeed stream time. Welcome in. Happy Sunday night. I hope you all had a great weekend. Good to see you. Cheers. And Jojo, hey, welcome back in. Thanks for the follow, Jojo93. Thank you. Hope you're having a good night. Hey, Venus, welcome all. Hello, all. Hi, Venus. How's your Sunday? Jamboree, welcome in. Happy Sunday night. Great to see you, Jamboree. Absolutely. Rosalind. Hi. Hey, Rosalind. Hi. How are you tonight, Rosalind? Happy Sunday evening. Venus, I'm really hyped for it, too. Love trying out different stuff. This was part of, like, kind of the vision I've had for sheet music ASMR. Kind of this whole time, and we've been tweaking it and trying different ways. So I'm hoping we can, like, this is a really good starting point because I wanted the focus to be more of a traditional kind of sheet music, page turning type of experience combined with a music lesson, essentially. So yeah, I'm really hyped too, Venice. Hey, Hedgehog. Hello, everyone. How you doing tonight, Hedgehog? KJ. Hey, Kev. Welcome in. That was some good Todd twerk. Walking through the door. How you doing tonight, Kev? RJ hands, but those nails, though. Yeah, we may have to consider doing some Jules nails treatment on these for Sunday night. Yes, those are just piano player nails there. Welcome back. Thank you so much, Kev. Doing great tonight. Thank you. Beautiful Sunday. Excited to be trying something new here with you. Love and appreciate you too, friend. Thank you so much, Kev. Welcome in. Weird seeing you in Jules' seat. Thanks, Hedgehog. It's kind of weird to be over here. Yes, indeed. Kev, happy Sunday to you too. Thank you so much. Doing okay. It's been a chill day. Watching some movies at home on TV. That is a nice, chill Sunday indeed. Those nails, fierce. Thank you. Nice hands. Thanks, Hedgehog. Thanks, Ludo. And I'm going to be talking just because of the mic configuration, and that's one of the things we'll keep building with this setup. It is the Jules mic. It's the Lego World mic. which is a like shotgun condenser mic, if you're familiar with that kind of stuff. It's perfect for like our Lego sounds and kind of capturing directly what's happening. I figured it'd be good for the book, but my voice, I'm going to have to, as you can tell, I'm kind of speaking just a little bit louder than normal, keeping it a little less whispery, just to make sure it doesn't nails. Thank you, Ludo. You're doing good. Might also go see my great grandma on what is the mini vacation. Home is near the hospital. Oh, cool, Hedgehog. That'd be great. Hey, get that family time in. Get all of that family time in. Love to y'all. Glad that might be something that happens as a part of that. Kev, thank you for sharing the watch time, and giant hugs, everyone. Big hug. We do have Penny here. We've got Penny here with us for the hugs as well. And Todd wanted to be a part of the music lesson too, so I am glad to have our Lego World friends and everyone here as a part of the sheet music stream. Big hugs, Kev. Thank you. Hey, thanks for sharing the 10-minute watch time there. The 4 days, 11-hour watch time from Kev. And then that from Hedgehog and Venus with the 11-day, 14-hour watch time. Thank you for sharing those, y'all. Those are really cool. And some of those, if you've been here in the channel with us for perhaps more than, 2 or 3 years, your watch time probably not showing the full time that you've been, actually, because our watch time bot was notoriously completely borked for the first 3 or 4 years that we were a channel. We tried so many different things to get that watch time bot to work, and finally figured it out just a couple years ago. So if you're someone like Kev, thank you for sharing the 4-year, 8-month, 5-day followage there, KJ. Wowza, thank you. And Ludo, thank you for the 2-year, 5-month followage. Love to see those, y'all. Love to see it. Yeah. Try that again, Luis. Hi, Luis. Hello, everyone. Hey, Luis. Welcome in. How you doing tonight? Yeah, go ahead and try that followage again, too, if you like. Sometimes chatbot just gets backed up with commands if the same one hits too many times. So I hope you're having a good Sunday night. Yeah, if you want to see that followage, go ahead and feel free to post it again, and it should give you a result. As just we got a few of those in a row, and sometimes chatbot just loses track of things. I could also tag you for it if you'd like. We could see as well. Hope you're having a good Sunday night, Louise. So this is a book I found at a place called Half Price Books. And it's like a Texas, I think they have locations in more places than Texas now. But it's a Texas institution. I actually really miss them, specifically for sheet music. There was so much great stuff there all the time. And found this there. One of the things that just blew my mind about it, when you first open it, look at this quote, y'all. I only wish that you could forever be in the bright and wonderful state that this music puts you in. All my love. Isn't that just an amazing dedication to whoever this was a gift to? When it was first purchased and gifted. When I opened that book and read that the first time, it blew my mind. First off, I love this music, and have been looking for a library of Joplin songs. Seems like yesterday that I thought RJ and Jules' hands, instead of being 2 people in the studio, yes, that I had Jules' hands. I love it. Yes, music lesson, sign up. Sheet music lesson for Todd. That's so fun, Hedgehog. I love that post right there. Absolutely love that, Hedgehog. Yes, we are in the cafeteria meetup for our sheet music ASMR. Campers, if you'd like to sign up, welcome in. Yo, thank you, Giggity Goo Guy, for the 10-month subscription. Holy cow. Hello, hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope you did too, Giggity. Welcome in. Doing kind of something different tonight. We've got some sheet music, ASMR, just some classic page turning here with Scott Joplin sheet music book. Thank you so much. We've got Brown Astronaut friend here. I know I'm here in the Lego world, but I don't have Jules's list. She's so good with all the figs, so this is going to be still our honorary subscriber fig here for the RJ only stream. Brown Astronaut with Realm too. Holy cow, thank you. Thank you for the subscriptions and support. Hi Realm. Giggity, I hope you're having a good Sunday night too. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you. Happy 10 months. Enjoy your custom badges and emotes, and welcome into our Lego world. Welcome back into our Lego world. Hope you're having a good night. Giggity, great to see you. Really appreciate the support. Fake Lady Hedgehog, I love that though. Beautiful book dedication. Isn't that something, Ludo? It reminds me of that famous like authors competition that was like write the most dramatic like story you can in one sentence. There's just so much history and just such a huge narrative here in just that dedication. Realm with the absolutely epic 53 months. Oh my goodness. Hearts and hearts, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy 53 months. Realm, one of our amazing mods here for us too. How's your Sunday, Realm? I hope you're doing good. Really, really appreciate that so much. Thank you. It's so great just to be part of this awesome epic community, a safe place. We're so glad you're here with us, Kev. So thankful you're here too. Relaxing Tinkles, you guys are amazing. Beautiful Lego ASMR streamer. Absolute best on Twitch. Appreciate you. This helps a lot. That means so much to us, Kev. I'm glad you like it here. We absolutely love being able to share this time. You're such a great, positive part of our community too. Thank you. Appreciate that, KJ. Means a lot. Realm, yes. Happy 53 months. Realm with the 53-month subscription and support. Unreal support. Hiya. Hi, Realm. We're doing something different tonight. Yeah, just an RJ hand stream for some sheet music here in the Lego world with y'all. Hey, Sran, welcome in. What's going on? Happy Sunday night. Realm, thank you so much again. Enjoy your custom badges and emotes. And welcome back into our Lego world. Yeah, so this is the book we have tonight that we're looking at. Scott Joplin, Collected Piano Works, Rags, Waltzes, and Marches. Scott Joplin, really famous for ragtime music, for those rags. Of course, The Entertainer, probably their most famous piece. And then Maple Leaf Rag. So that's what we're checking out tonight, and this is a used book. I found this in a used bookstore many years ago, and he was commenting. It's got just this incredible dedication in it. Let's have a look again, and that's something. I only wish that you could forever be in the bright and wonderful state that this music puts you in. Amazing. All my love. That's something. This is one of my favorites, and I wanted to share this with you, this book with you. And I figured once we got this set up a little more dialed, because this is kind of what I've been hoping for the sheet music setup kind of the whole time. And Jules and I worked on it a bit today, and we're glad to be able to get it here. Isn't that a sweet message? Just, gosh, the story it tells, too. So cool, right, Kev? Yeah, iconic music, Ron. So here's our friend Scott Joplin. Scott Joplin, 1868 to 1917. 1868 to 1917. Here's our edition, publication. It's a really nice, thick construction paper too, which like it doesn't make for easy reading, but it's also cloth bound. And this is a critical point here. If you look at the top, how the binding is, that's a really important part of sheet music, because when this is on a music stand, you need it to be able to lay flat. And so a lot of times publications that just do like a staple binding or something like that, it doesn't actually work functionally. And so it's like, great, I've got the sheet music, but it doesn't actually functionally work for this. The other awesome part about this particular collection, check these out. The original posters, the original publication, like covers for the sheet music for each of these pieces. So the Chrysanthemum, an Afro Intermezzo by Scott Joplin. So it's got these awesome posters for the original publication too. Amazing poster, right, Kev? Isn't that a wonderful detail? Isn't that really neat? That's something. Also, I wish old Smell-O-Vision smell stream worked, because if you like just the smell of books and kind of that aura, this book is just overflowing with it. It smells like just like library. Just wonderful, wonderful bookstore kind of scent. I really like this new stream concept you're doing tonight. Thank you so much, Giggity Goo Guy. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Thank you. Gonna keep trying this for our Sunday nights. Sunday night. So Saturday we do the synth only. By the way, thanks again everyone. Last night we had a giant synth stream, and it was a great one. Thanks everyone again. And then Monday nights we do piano only. So that's where we'll be back tomorrow night at this time, doing the piano only thing. Yeah, Smell-O-Vision dogs. Come on. Realm, the best. Love those synthy Saturdays. So Sunday is kind of evolving. I don't know. I'm thinking about Sunday might be a wild card, but right now I really wanted to get this idea. We've done it, this is like our third or fourth week here, and have been wanting to get this sheet music idea off the ground. The past couple times I've been over in the piano world and the piano kind of part of the studio, and it just didn't come together. I wanted the page turning sounds, wanted it to be more focused on the sheet music itself as well. And so I suppose eventually having a face cam of some sort would be nice to bring into this, and maybe have a different condenser mic. It might finally be time for us to get the old Blue Yeti or something like that. Glad you're all doing well today. Kev, thank you so much. You too. Hey, thanks for the Matter bump as well. We need to turn that into a VIP command, but here I can bump it for you too. I do appreciate you sharing that with us, Kev. Yes, you do. You matter. You matter. You matter. Sippy. Let's stay hydrated. I got tea back over here. That is some black tea, y'all. That is some dark black pu'er tea. And that's the good stuff. It's the good stuff. This is the second steep of that for the day. Nice cup. Hey, thank you. This is our Pony Express cup. Jules has one too. This is actually kind of like the Lego mugs. Questionable liquid. Based on the staining of the mug. Questionable indeed. Yes. Jules has a red one of this same mug from the Pony Express. This is actually my mom and stepdad got these for Jules and I at the Pony Express Museum, and like the one stop on the Pony Express that still like exists, so they turned it into a museum in Nebraska. Gothenburg, Nebraska. Pony Express capital of Nebraska. Haven't had tea in a very long time, Kev. Oh my goodness, we drink tons. Jules and I drink tons of this stuff every day. Oh yeah. Yep. Like it all. I like lots of different kinds of tea. At one point we went on, do y'all remember? At one point we went on like a 1.5 year kick with chamomile. Do you remember when the only tea in stream was chamomile? It was for like, it was at least a year. I think it was probably more than a year. Yeah, Ralph. That chamomile era hit hard. That chamomile era could not be stopped. Could not be stopped. Cheers and clinkety clinkety there, KJ. Good stuff. Good stuff. Now, I do wish of stuff that I wished over here in the Lego world, and I've wished this for many years now as well, is that the Lego bracelets fit me. When they first came out, when Jules and I got that first set of Lego bracelets, we kind of fashioned one to be able to be wide enough for my wrist, and it just didn't quite work out. Just didn't quite work. Wish they worked for me. Most of that stuff's designed for kids, and I'm a pretty big dude, so same deal with like the hats. I've tried to get a Lego hat and stuff before. The one that I got at Lego Land is pretty nice, but it's Lego Land. It's not like one of their Lego brick hats or something like that. I know. I would love the bracelets. Maybe we'll try to fashion something again, because that was a long time ago, and I'd be interested to see what Jules could come up with for it. Put to task again as well. I only wish that you could forever be in the bright and wonderful state that this music puts you in. Wow. Yeah, these nice thick printed pages, good cloth binding, and that it's bound like that so that it can lay flat when you're reading it. (1971), the publication. Here's a list of our works. And I do believe that these are in chronological order. Yeah. Here's our table of contents for you. Those are listed. The Great Crush Collision. One of my favorite pieces. I've actually learned Crush Collision before. Never like performed it publicly, but I have had that piece in my repertoire before. Combination March. So this all starts around 1896. When did it say? Joplin born in 1868. So starts when he's, 28? His first works are published at the age of 28. Hey, OK. How you doing tonight, OK380? What's up, OK? Doing wonderful tonight. Beautiful little Sunday evening. And we're spending some time with some sheet music here. We're looking at the complete collected rags, waltzes, and marches from Scott Joplin. Oh yeah. I went to Legoland when I was a kid. I still have Lego driving school license card. Yes. That's fantastic, Kev. I love it. If you ever want to share a pic of that, I'd love to see what that's like. That's so cool. Jules and I got to get back. We're starting to mull over for a long time now. Well, for like a year or so now. We've been, since we know we're settled here in Oregon, been contemplating an international trip. Jules has never been overseas, and we'd love to see some of Europe. Okay. Isn't it something? Isn't it just a gorgeous book? Great publication of some of my favorite music. Saluton, Ultraman. Welcome in, Ultra. How you doing tonight? Happy Sunday evening. Welcome. I'll send a picture in Discord. Have to find somewhere in the house. Yeah, do share, Kev. So Jules and I have been, contemplating an international trip holiday for a little bit now that we're settled here in Oregon. But the more and more we put this together, we've been thinking we need to get to another Legoland, and it'd be neat. We have some family and friends and stuff in Florida, and it's where the biggest Legoland is in the U.S. So that is kind of winning out right now over taking an international trip. Yeah, Lehman, how are you tonight? It is indeed RJ Solo. In fact, so Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are all solo RJ streams. And we do a little something different each one of those nights. Saturday is Synthy Saturdays, where we do like synthesizer ambient loops and stuff. Monday is piano only, so just piano music on Mondays. And then Sunday is like a just chatting stream, sort of super traditional ASMR, but with a music focus. So we do lots of different music chats. There's sort of like an extended music lesson from our regular streams, and sheet music ASMR is what we're up to tonight. Got this wonderful publication, nice hearty sheet music book that we're enjoying and flipping through this evening for our sheet music ASMR session here on Sunday. Wanted to do a just chatting stream, but wanted to keep it like music focused as well, and so y'all know me, I will be all night trying not to topple over. Trying to be as non-obstructive and destructive as possible here in the Lego world. Yeah, Lehman, good to see you. I hope you're having a good Sunday night and can stick around. Cheers. Welcome, welcome. I wish I could have an international trip, but gotta pay the bills. Yeah, okay, Hedgehog. Well, hey, there you go. Wishing the best of luck to all of us, indeed. Yeah, it's a lot, and that's where that kind of discussion and debate gets to for us, is, an international trip, that cost versus being able to do something here in the States but get more time off and more time kind of doing fun stuff. It's a tricky balance, tricky toss-up. And especially when there's another 2 Legolands out there that we still need to check off the old tick list. Hard for something to beat those out. Just listen to Wagner, Ride of the Valkyries. Wow, Ultraman. Holy cow. I'm just going to flip through some of the pages here. We're going to come back. Look at this biography. This essay here at the beginning is spectacular. All through that. What is that? A 30-page essay. 32-page essay on Scott Joplin. Absolutely magnificent little biography here at the beginning of our book. Hoping to come to America, US or Canada one day. Kev, I hope you can make it happen, KJ. Yeah, I hope that happens for you. Really do. And Jules and I very much still want to keep traveling international on the books for us too. Where did you visit overseas, RJ? Yeah. Well, I've been to Mexico as well, which Jules actually hasn't ever been, like, out of the U.S. Oh my goodness, Katrina Blake. Hello. Hi, Katrina. Oh my gosh, I have the typewriter here. Hold everything. We can do a typewriter. Thank you for Katrina. Hi, Katrina. How are you tonight? What's going on? Thank you so much for raiding in. Hi, raiders. How are y'all? Welcome. Hey, drop a follow for our friend Katrina Blake. Yeah. Hi. Thanks so much for the support and love and bringing the family and crew on over here to see us. Welcome in, raiders. Hello. My name's RJ, and I'm often joined here by my partner Jules as well. As you may see, we enjoy Lego sights and sounds, but we also do lots of different music ASMR, including traditional ASMR with like a music focus, of just chatting kind of music focus. We're looking at this publication tonight, so just some traditional page turning with you this evening as we check out Scott Joplin's collected works. And we're just going to be kind of flipping through the biography and sheet music here with you. So glad y'all could join us. Appreciate you so much, Katrina. Hey, drop a follow, y'all. Send the love back over to our friend Katrina Blake. Hopefully we'll see you over in a stream soon. How was your stream? Appreciate the support so much. Not Cage Bad. I think he's cool. Yeah, oh, I love Wagner. Absolutely, Ultraman. Love some Wagner. Thanks for getting the shout out there, Realm. You can also just roll over Katrina's name in chat. Drop a quick follow that way. Eritrell. Hello. How you doing tonight, Eritrell? Welcome in. Hey, Katrina, check this out. Yeah, we'll be doing some reading for sure, Hedgehog. Let's do a name type. Let's do our Lego name type. I'm here with the typewriter. One of the things Jules usually handles that I can do. Let's go. K, A, T, R, I, N, A, B, L, A, K, E. Katrina Blake. What's love, friend? Hey, wishing you some good rest and relaxation of your own as you wind down from stream. Tonight, and so good to see you. So good to see you. Welcome in. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Realm. Thanks for adding in the details on the schedule command there. That's fantastic. Thanks. Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. So glad you're here with us. Happy Sunday night. Typewriter on a non-Jules drive. I know that was bold. I was hesitated grabbing it. I hope you all enjoyed. Got to be very careful there. Eritrell, yo, good to see you tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. You do know who I referred to when saying A-H. No, I thought you were just saying ah. But if I think he's cool. Oh, it's not Cage. Oh, I see. I didn't see catch the rest of that, Ultraman. AH, but if AH says that Cage is cool, that John Cage is cool, who is that? I can't think of it. We're doing some chatting here as well. Yeah, so overseas Ludo, just starts with hit. Starts with hit. Okay. Ends with, oh, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Ultraman. Okay, yes. Right. Yeah, I know about the connection with that person and with Wagner as well. Yeah, unfortunate. Ludo, so I have been to Frankfurt, Germany, and I've been to Moscow, Russia. Are the two places I've been overseas. I traveled there with a Dixieland band when I was in college. When I was in music school, I played in a giant, 14-person Dixieland ensemble jazz band. And we went to Frankfurt, Germany, was there for a day, and then spent 2 weeks in Moscow, Russia. Actually lived in the dormitory, in the dorms at the Peter Ilyich, the Moscow Music Conservatory. Lived there for a couple weeks, and we did concerts in the Rachmaninoff Hall. Didn't get to play in the Great Hall. That is really a very prestigious and kind of reserved for greats only. But did get to see a couple shows in the Great Hall at the Moscow Conservatory. And then we played in some jazz clubs and stuff around the city as well. Kind of traveled around Moscow, playing jazz, playing Dixieland jazz too. So yeah, that's the two. I've been to Germany and to Russia, and Mexico. Jules and I would love to. On our list, of course, number one, you could probably guess it. We'd love to go to Denmark, go to Billund, go to the original home of Lego, the original factory, the Lego house, and the original Lego land. Hedgehog, I think they were just talking about the Wagner connection there. Pretty well known Wagner to all of that connection. Very prestigious, which had the best food. Lehman, I really liked Russian food. Yeah. I like strange stuff though. That was the first time I ever had tongue. Yeah. I really enjoyed Russian cuisine though. A lot of stew, potatoes, onions kind of stuff, which I thought was great. Yeah. Yeah. I like that kind of thing indeed. They took good care of us. It was really neat. Thank you, RJ. Amazing experience. Ludo, yeah, cheers. I had a blast. It's one of my fondest memories. I still have the poster from our main show at the university there, and with my name written on it. It was just fantastic, fantastic experience. It was the biggest experience of my life in playing jazz, where I saw it as a dance music. This was something we were talking about the other day. I think we were chatting about that Realm, with you, Realm, too, about jazz being dance music and having experiences where people are dancing to it is incredible. I had seen, like, we had played senior centers and just played to, like, older audiences and stuff before. And, yeah, but I hadn't, so it's sort of an anomaly here in the U.S. And I had thought of it so much in just scholastic kind of terms because I was studying it. So it was very academic to me, which is a shame because it's a living art form. It's not just a museum art. And so seeing the clubs, we were Americans playing jazz, which is an American art form. So it was really quite the commodity. People were really, really excited for those shows and stuff. It was incredible. It was the first time I'd ever seen jazz music in that light and felt that energy when playing it. It blew me away. Made me view that music and my studies with it in a completely different way. Love to see Rammstein in concert. Cool. Closest I come to Germany. Gotcha, Ultraman. Lego was started in Denmark by, Ola Kirk Christensen. Ola Kirk Christian. Yep. Yeah, totally. Hedgehog, we've read the Lego biography here for some book reading ASMR before. What it is today. So I remember from the 19-minute long Lego Origins animated video I used to watch all the time. That's fantastic, Hedgehog. How cool. KJ going into the lurk. Hey, hearts and hugs. Glad you're here with us. Enjoy your lurk. Thanks for lurking, Kev. Cheers, cheers, cheers. American music is some of the best. Jazz and blues is just top tier, isn't it? So good, Lehman. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it, too. Let's flip through. We're going to just check out some of the sheet music here. We're going to come back to this essay. We'll definitely do a bit of book reading this evening as well. Definitely read some of our essay here and learn a bit about Ragtime and Scott Joplin. Look at this, man. Like 35 pages or so. Huge bit of history on alternate covers. Look at these. So Maple Leaf Rag. Some of the possible covers here from Maple Leaf Rag. Very cool. King of the Ragtime Writers. King of the Ragtime Writers. Scott Joplin. You got that right. Creator's house burned down twice. It did, yeah. Making those wooden toys. A factory. Yeah, well the home was like attached to the building area. Yeah, totally. Hedgehog, yeah, I think they're on the third or fourth generation now. It is. It's a family company, the Kirk Christiansens. So some alternative covers for Maple Leaf Rag. Swipesy Cakewalk. The Swipesy Cakewalk. Peacherine Rag by the King of Ragtime Writers. The Cascades, a rag. So check out, original works, and these are in like chronological order. Here's our original cover, dedicated to MK and T. Rye. I wonder who they were. I wonder if we could find that out for Scott Joplin, what that meant. Why this was dedicated to MK and T. Rye. The illustrations are pretty neat. Yeah, I think so too. Like seeing some late 19th century, just like what did, thinking about this as before radio, right? Like this is the equivalent of a streaming service or an MP3 or a CD or tapes or records or any of that. Before any of that's around, before radio's even around, published music, and especially published piano music, was how people had music. This was how you collected music. Either at your house or in the community. That's why piano sort of became lots of reasons that piano became kind of our universal instrument. It can translate so much to piano music as well, and there started being pianos all over the place, especially in this era, late 1800s, early 1900s. There start being piano parlors and just pianos all over the place, because that's the equivalent of having a radio or having a speaker system or whatever that may be, whatever way you're listening to music. The equivalent of that at that time basically became the piano. The train line MK and, oh, awesome, thanks for the lore, Realm. The train line MK and T-Rise stands for the Missouri, Kansas, and Texas Railway, popularly known as the Katy Railroad. The reason Joplin wrote and dedicated the piece to commemorate the crash at Crush, a massive, intentional head-on train collision staged as a publicity stunt. Wow. I remember when you had to slide a music disc into the car. Hedgehog. Yep. That's so awesome. Realm, thank you for sharing that. I actually never knew that about this piece. I've learned this piece before, and I always thought the crush collision was just the crush of the trains, like crushing into each other. That's so awesome. So it's actually the crash at Crush that they did and dedicated it to that railway, the Katy Railroad. How cool. How cool. I know that Joplin was involved in like train stuff, of being in like playing in piano parlors that were by train stops. Thought it was a person at first. Yeah. That's so cool, Realm. That's really neat. So check it out. Here's our first bit. Here's our sheet music for the Crush Collision March. This opening, Joplin did this type of opening a lot, where both of our hands here are playing in what are called octaves, and it's just this like intro melody line that has So both of our hands would be like separated to octaves, playing this way on the keyboard, where you're lifting your whole hand, moving around. The Entertainer has a famous start like that. So Joplin would often write these little introductions that weren't really a part of the song, right? It's that melody, not really a part of the Entertainer. Lehman, yeah, yep. That's a written language just like any other. Truly is. And so this one, this opening melody, that's what this is, this top line. It's not really the main melody or part of any of the music for the Crush Collision. It's the intro. So that's what our intro is here as well. So this piece, it's so neat because it describes, he's trying to like put into music the Crush Collision, these two trains kind of chugging down the track, head to head, heading towards each other. And so we have this like tempo de marcia, right? A marching tempo. And it's this really kind of just chugging along, right? Chugging along kind of bit dum 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 da 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 do 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 da 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 do 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 da 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 dum 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 da. You can see the left hand, a really signature element of ragtime. Something we've talked about in music lessons and stuff here together before. This left hand part here, how there's the low notes and then jumps up to a chord, notes, chord. This is what our left hand's doing. Play these notes and then jump up on the keyboard to this group of notes and play them at the same time. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, note, chord, bass, chord. This is called stride left hand. Stride left hand playing. Yeah, how do you know when you have to use the black key? That's a great question, Ralph. It's a great question. On a piano, the black keys are what we call accidentals. So the white keys on a piano are the whole letters. So our musical alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, over and over and over again. Just those letters over and over and over again. The Black Keys is a band, so... All right, so our whole letters are the white keys, right? And then the black keys are what are called accidentals. And those are sharps and flats. There's one black key in between each of the white keys. And if you go up to it from the white key below it to the left of it, it is a sharp. If you go down to it from the white key that's above it, it's a flat. So if I'm like on the two white keys, A and B, that black key that's right between them is either A sharp or B flat, depending on what I'm being told to do, what my direction of approach there is. So in sheet music, how that manifests here is we use those symbols for sharps and flats. So at the beginning of this piece, first off, we have a key signature here. And there's this flat symbol here on the letter B. Just the fact that it is a lowercase letter B is incidental. That middle line on this staff is also the musical note B. So this is telling me every single time I go to play B in this entire piece, It's down here on my left hand too. I'm going to play B flat instead. So anywhere there's a B written in here, I'm going to play the black key. Instead of the white key B natural, I'm going to play the black key B flat. And now we can add in sharps and flats as well. So look at these two notes here. See the hashtag sign? That's our sharp sign. And so when I arrive at these two notes, which is a C, they're both C's. When I go to play those, instead of playing the white key C natural, I'm going to play the black key C sharp instead. So we can designate them within a piece. And so look, you can see we'll be playing white keys here. Oh, there's that sharp symbol again. So that's going to be a black key. Those will be black keys. The middle note on this 4-note chord stack here is going to be a black key. Right? Anywhere you see these sharp and flat symbols are where we're going to be playing a black key instead of the white one. Because we'll be playing what's called an accidental. Accidental is just our universal term for sharps and flats. I think just accidentally screwed up both my headphones. Oh no! Hedgehog, I always have to sort that out too when I wear headphones. I always have to sort out left or right and make sure that they're folded the right way. I have bungled some headphones myself. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, awesome, Ram. Happy to. Absolutely. And you know, anyone, feel free to ask questions at any point during the whole stream here tonight. Sundays, like I said, there's sort of an extended music lesson for us. And really an AMA, sort of a music-focused, just chatting AMA too. So you can feel free to throw anything out there. You were sharing that. I never knew how the progression was made to the black keys. Yeah, that's right. They can happen at any time during any piece of music, but that's what they are. They're the sharps and flats. Sharps and flats are our umbrella term for that, called accidentals. Yeah, really clearly labeled, right? The keys actually don't have to be white or black. That's just something that's happened in the past 100 years or so with keyboard instruments. That's been kind of the default. Really, they could be any color. The main thing is that they're the two different topographies and that they exist in two different places there on the keyboard. That's the more important part. And all instruments play sharps and flats. Every instrument there is. They just don't all have such a clear visual logic to them like a piano does. That's why a lot of composers and stuff and a lot of music in general is taught at the piano, because it's has such a visual logic to it, unlike a lot of other instruments. And so whether you're going to play piano or not, a lot of musical concepts are very easily visually expressed at the piano. What do the foot pedals do? For sure. So there's 3 foot pedals on the modern concert piano. The far right one is called a sustain or a damper pedal. And what that does is while you're holding it down, all of the notes just continue to ring out. So instead of you pressing it and the note just lasts for as long as you're holding it down and then you let go of the note and it goes away, when you're holding down that far right damper pedal, you can press the note, let go, and that note is still going to ring out because the pedal's down. Hey, EDM. Long time no see. How you been? We're doing great tonight, EDM. Yeah. Hey, welcome in. You're catching us on kind of a different type of stream night. We're looking at some sheet music here together. It's just me, RJ, here with you for our Sunday night sheet music ASMR. How have you been, EDM? Great to see you. Glad you could make it back in. Welcome, welcome. I wish I had a Dedic memory. Yeah. Oh man, Hedgehog. That's a wild thing. Make life easier. Yes. Accidentally teach piano. Totally. I feel like there's a lot of upsides to that, but also a lot of like crazy sides to that. I don't know. I could see parts of that being very strange to deal with. I don't know. What are the musical roots of ragtime music? What inspired it? What an awesome question, Ludo. We're going to get more into that in the essay tonight, too. So, this essay about Joplin is going to tell us a bit about what's going on with ragtime music. But essentially, in very broad terms, what happens in ragtime music is the intersection, and why this is often thought of as one of the like protogenitors of jazz music in general, is this is like Southern American, Southern U.S. Traditional music and slave music, African music that's happening amongst the slave populations there. That type of music intersecting with European music, and specifically European piano music as well. That's where we get this left-hand figure, this left-hand stride piano. We see that a lot in waltzes. This same kind of left-hand play a note, boom, and then jump up to a chord, note, chord, note, chord. Happens a lot in waltzes as well. Also the bigger structure. So a lot of like field work music and African music that's happening in the slave world in the 1800s in the US is a call and response type structure, and they're short, you're doing it. It wasn't written. It's not being written down. It's an oral tradition. And so ragtime takes a lot of that idea of calling and responding and a lot of that tonality, the types of scales and the types of notes that they're using in those as well. And starts to put it to the piano, add in some of what's happening in European music at the piano at that time as well. And then also writing it, turning it into a written language. Yeah. So it's, in short, the musical roots of it are very similar to the roots of jazz and blues, and part of why they're American music. And more specifically, to a large degree, what's often referred to in history books as black music, though there's plenty of people of lots of different races involved in the inception of those. It really is the slave trade out of Africa that causes all of these things to intersect with each other. Some of the other things that are intersecting and why jazz and blues and ragtime included in that is the geographical area there around New Orleans. And the things that are also happening in New Orleans around this time are the Mardi Gras Indians, the native population. So we're getting some of that influence and some of those rhythms and percussive traditions and dance traditions of the Mardi Gras Indians there in New Orleans and Louisiana. Of course, that's French America, right? So that's where a lot of this classical European tradition is finding its way into the U.S. is via French culture in Louisiana and New Orleans as well. And then the Mississippi Delta, and that's where a lot of our like slave tradition music is coming in too. So it's the intersection of all of those things kind of happening in the south of the U.S. and especially in the New Orleans kind of area as well. Yeah. Very similar. Ragtime is really, when you read about the history of jazz, ragtime is considered like, it happens before jazz officially kind of happens in the timeline. And that's what ragtime really brings to jazz is this structure part, the idea of writing it and giving it these bigger structures and forms, which within them have these little call and response bluesy type things happening, but then expanding that and turning it into a bigger narrative and a bigger kind of piece of recital music. And taking that, in jazz's case, taking this out of the marching band world and putting it into the concert hall but ragtime does a lot of that by putting it into piano parlors. Cajun is really the intersection of French folk music combined with some Mardi Gras Indian kind of traditions as well. Yeah, but I believe that's where the accordion comes from, and I believe Cajun music has a little bit more of Appalachian roots in it too, and sort of some of the migration from Appalachia happening out into that area. Yeah. Zydeco, right? I think is the Cajun music is called Zydeco. A good question. And we'll get deeper into that with our essay. I know that this essay on Joplin has a bigger explanation about ragtime in general and kind of the historical precedent for that and roots for that too. So our crush collision, right? These two trains coming at each other. So our stride part, and we've got that melody. And so that repeats. It kind of goes through those two melodies. We get this other melody. It's like repeating these different parts. And then it was really cool. We get through to this second part, and now there's like these big chords. Chum, 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 chum. You can see our left hand stride part has gone away, right? There's no more note. It's not doing note chord anymore over here. Now we've got just these note passages. Boop, 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 boop. So the march is kind of happening, right? Now this, the noise of the trains while running at the rate of 60 miles per hour. Is our composer's note here. Isn't that neat? Literally telling us to think of this as these trains. Literally telling us to think of these as these trains. The noise of the trains while running at the rate of 60 miles per hour. So they're chugging along. And then look at this. Whistles for the crossing. Bring, 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 bring. Cha, 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 cha. Noise of the trains. Cha, 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 cha. And this time the whistles even more. Right? Whistles before the collision. Bring, 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 bring. And then the collision. This giant chord right here. And it literally says the collision. Blam. So it really ramps up to this moment and is talking about, illustrates musically. And Realm, thank you again so much for getting the lore for this for us, because that was just spectacular to know the history of the crush collision. I always thought that crush referred to the two trains, the crush of that, the crush collision, great crush collision. But this is the place where they staged a head-to-head train collision as well, which I also thought that this was just imagination from Scott Joplin. I thought it was purely just him imagining two trains going along. What if there was a train crash, right? Because he was like around these train stops and stuff frequently. But no, it's an actual thing that happened. The crush collision actually happened. Incredible. And that's our dedication to those two railroads, to M, K, and T. Right. Yes. I like this type of stream, a full music lesson ASMR stream on Sundays. Nice, honestly. Thanks. I'm glad you're digging them. Yeah, this is like our third or fourth one of these that we've done here. Hedgehog, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, thank you. We will. We will. This is the first time I've done it in this setup, so with no face cam over here in the Lego world, and really had the sheet music be kind of front and center for us here. That's the big change tonight and this week, and I'm really digging it too, so I hope you are too. So you just smack your hands on the keys and make the note. Lehman, that's what that moment sounded like. Like, this is a big, messy chord. He is telling us to play a specific series of notes here for the collision, but if I went over and played those, it would be a very cacophonous chord. That's a really kind of messy chord. It also has double F next to it, fortissimo. Fortissimo all of a sudden. So that means play it extremely loudly too. So yeah, you're not far off. You are going to be playing actual notes. You're not just going to haphazardly kind of bang your hand on the keyboard, but it is going to be loud, and it is going to have some cacophony to it. Oh, awesome realm. Here we go. Scott Joplin, who was touring Texas with his vocal group at the time, composed the Great Crush Collision March immediately following the disaster. The piano music, even though it was staged, so they said it was a disaster, but we have found out that it was staged. Wow. The piano music even features special sound effects, introductions in the sheet music to mimic the sound of the trains colliding. That's the part we just read. That's so cool. That's so cool. On September 15th, 1896, the railroad company tied two obsolete steam locomotives together on a track near Temple, Texas, and ran them into each other at full speed. Wow. Over 40,000. Think about how much that is. 40,000 spectators in 1896. That's a ton of people in one place in 1896. Holy cow. Spectators gathered to watch the spectacle. Unexpectedly, the boilers exploded upon impact, sending flying debris into the crowd and killing 2 people and injuring many others. Oh my gosh, realm. The crush collision. So staged, but an actual tragedy. An actual tragedy that happened. The Great Crush Collision. And this is Joplin's Great Crush Collision March. So yeah, they're chugging down the track, doom, 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 doom. And then we saw this jump, jump, chipu, 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 chipu. And then here was our whistle marks, blue, 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 blue. Jump, jump, chipu, 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 chipu. And then the whistle's more intense this time, blue, 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 blue. And then the collision, blam. It's that big chord right there. And the rest of this. Holy cow, Realm, thank you so much for that. Yeah, insane. Absolutely mind-blowing. Staged a disaster to make the song. Leave it, let's go. Page turning, I'm here. Yo, Floral Ember. Hi, Floral. I'm so glad you could come in. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for coming by. Really enjoying this one. Check out this awesome book we're looking at. Scott Joplin Collected Piano Works. Some sheet music page-turning ASMR tonight. Rags, waltzes, marches, the collected piano works from the one and only Scott Joplin. There's an essay here on Joplin and Ragtime that we're going to kind of be reading through a little bit as well. We were also just looking at our first piece in this, and Realm with the massive lore drop for us about what's called the Crush Collision Waltz. Or the Crush Collision March. The Great Crush Collision. And this was something, I've played this piece and had this music for a while, and I always thought this was just something Joplin had imagined. But the dedication we saw was to MK and T. Ryan. Turns out those are a couple railroad companies that put on the Crush Collision. Actually had 2 trains crash into each other. Lehman, that is mind-boggling, isn't it? Like half a WrestleMania crowd. Yeah, I mean, today, lots of it. Nice to see you, friends. What year is this from? This book itself is from 71. I think we saw the publication, was from 71. But isn't it awesome here, Floral? It's got the original posters. So this was published in 1896. And it's got the original posters for all of the music that's in here. So as you flip through, there's the original Rags. It's the original cover sheets, cover posters for the published music as well. So we've got Peach Tree Rag, A Breeze from Alabama, Ragtime 2-Step. So it's got the original posters and like cover cover art from the publication. The pages are so nice and thick too. They're really, really wonderful. It's one of my favorite books. Absolutely one of my favorite books. Hi Sasha Bo, how you doing tonight? Hey RJ, hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday evening. Welcome in. Isn't it awesome, Floral? It's one of my favorite. Yeah, 1896 art. Oh my goodness. Yeah, ancient times too, for real. Great for page turning. Yeah, it feels so good too. That's the other part. It's just like, oh man, I wish we could all like pass it around and feel, see the scent of it too. The scent's just fantastic. The Crush Collision March. What a story. What a story about that. See, it's got all those rags. It's just jam-packed. Here's Solace. Ooh. Y'all might have heard Solace. This is a great piece. Wow. The Wall Street rag. The Wall Street rag. Went hunting for books from the 1600s. I couldn't find them because the page turning is so good. Oh yes, when you were in England, Floral. Oh, I'd love that. That's one of Jules and I's favorite videos. Is one of the, if you've ever watched the ASMR at the museum, that like Victoria and Albert Museum, ASMR at the VA. And there's one of those that is books. They're like looking at books. It's so spectacular. It's such a great ASMR video. They're like teaching you how to take care of old books. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Yo, I got this book. Speaking of book hunting, I got this Floral at a half-price books. I'll bet you Bowman knows about those if y'all haven't been to one yet. At a half-price books down in Texas, in Austin, Texas. Yeah, I need the link. Oh, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. But I think if you just look up ASMR at the VNA, you'll probably be able to track it down pretty easy. Been to a half-price books realm. They're so great. Found a few, need to go there to find it. They're so awesome. And I built so much of my sheet music collection there too. They're amazing. Look at this, y'all. This was one of the first things I showed in stream. This is a used book I got there. Check out the dedication. I only wish that you could forever be in the bright and wonderful state that this music puts you in. All my love. Finding stuff like that at used bookstores just blows my mind. I love that there's some story and stuff attached to this as well. Hedgehog, yeah, they're normally in Texas. It's a big Texas institution. They're fantastic. I really miss them. Really miss them. You found that video, Floral? Let's go. It's so good. You know, and it's Victorian and Albert Museum, so like the mics they use are insane. Like the quality is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, Stamp. Look at those Legos and those pages. Yeah, we're doing some page turning here in the Lego world. We're at Camp Todd, but hanging out tonight. Hanging out tonight at Camp Todd, looking at sheet music. Great to see you, Stamp. How you doing? That's awesome. Yo, thank you so much. Thanks, Stamp. Glad you could come by. We've been really enjoying it, too. Just looked at our first bit of music in here, the Crush Collision March, and learned kind of the history of this, that it actually is describing a train collision that really happened. It's this piece of music that goes through a train collision that actually happened. So wild. Closest one to me is near Cleveland, 4-hour drive. Oh, cool. So there are some outside of Texas. That's wonderful to know, though. I haven't tried to track one down in a while. Who knows? Maybe there's something here in the Northwest. Good to see you. You're doing well. I love that, Stamp. Good, good, good. About to fall asleep. I hope you get some good sleep. Good rest, good dreams. Sleep well, friend. Yo, that's some good Todd's working, Ludo. You found the video, Floral? Oh, enjoy, enjoy. It's so good. Send it to Falcor too. Oh my gosh, yes, Falcor. Falcor, yes, would love that. Yes. Oh my gosh, great call, Floral. Yeah, share with Falcor. It's so good. Love the way they're talking about books and stuff, and just, yeah, the page turning when they open them, those old books, the binding. The sound on that's so wonderful. Stamp, thank you so much for the gift sub to Floral Ember. To our friend Floral. That's so amazing, Stamp. Thank you. Hi, Bolo. Welcome in. How's your Sunday night going? Happy Sunday evening. Wowza. Hi, Pumpkin. Welcome, welcome. We're checking out some Scott Joplin sheet music tonight. King of the Waltz, or King of the Rag. Oh, yes, and I saw someone had asked why it was called a rag. Was that you, Floral? Yeah. Why did they call it rag? Yeah, ragtime music. The full original name was called Ragged Time, meaning that the rhythms that they use in ragtime, do-dit, do-dat, do-da, do-do-do-da, do-da. So like in Entertainer, if you think of Entertainer, that the time that they're keeping, the rhythm isn't just straight ba, 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 ba. It's got this ragged kind of push and pull to it. And so that was the nickname for it, was Ragged Time music, because of the way it pushed and pulled the rhythm and tempo, and that got shortened to ragtime. Send it to Val. Yeah, that's so awesome. Stamp, thank you so much. Let's do a name trace here. S T A M P Stamp, thank you so much for your generosity and support there. It means the world to us. And that gifted sub to Flora. Thanks for saying thank you. Enjoy the gifted, yo. Yo, Hype Train is trying to roll through. Let's go, y'all. Thank you for all the hype and support. Cheers. Let's love. Pumpkin, Bolo, Stamp, welcome. How did a hydroponic store get into Google Maps search for cookie? There you go, Hedgehog. The internet's a wild place, my friend. I was confused because I was like, those aren't Joel's hands. Yeah, my hands in the Lego world tonight. It's, we are changing things up. Bolo. First time ever doing this. I mean, Jules and I have switched places before, but this is the first time I've ever conducted a full stream, I guess we'd say, from the Lego world. But it's an idea I've had. You know, this is our third or fourth one of these like sheet music theory, music lesson kind of ASMR Sunday nights. And I wanted to see if we could really focus in on the sheet music itself. And we've been having trouble getting the shot right and the mics right from me sitting over at the piano. And so started working with this. Built this scene out yesterday and today to try to get a nice page turning kind of setup. Probably eventually get a face cam back in with this too, but tonight that's what we got. Yeah, cheers, Bolo. Those are RJ hands in a Jules world. Boss is here. Hey, Boss man, how you doing tonight? Let's love, Floral. Stamp. Cheers, you're so welcome. Be some interesting history. Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, so here's some more of these posters. One of my favorite parts. This publication too. Yeah, I'm doing really good, boss man. Thank you. Crush Collision, Harmony Waltz. So those are a couple of march and waltzes and then original rags. So here's Maple Leaf Rag. This one you'll probably recognize. Stamp! Yo, and hey, Stamp. Thank you so much for the 6-month subscription. Oh, subscribed 6 in advance. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's the 37-month subscription. Wow. Absolutely epic, Stamp. Oh my goodness, thank you for the epic, amazing support. Thank you so much, Stamp. That just means the world to us. Check it out. So I don't have the rundown on minifigs. I am here in the minifig world with everyone, but Jules has the magic journal and book and stuff, the code and key to know whose fig is what. So I do still have an honorary RJ fig for the RJ Solo Streams Brown Astronaut hanging with us tonight. Do let me know. We'll be over here in the Lego world with Jules on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We stream here every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday are RJ solo music kind of focused streams. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a Lego world as well. All good. The Crazy Robin. Yes. Totally. I love that. All right. We'll get our eyes on you next time. Stamp. Cool. Very cool. You got it. Well, thank you again so very much for the wowza. The hype rolling through. Oh my goodness. Realm with the gifted. The 37 months. Happy 37 months, Stamp. Appreciate you so much. Enjoy your custom badges and emotes. Welcome back into our Lego world. Realm with the gifted sub to our RJ&J community. Thank you so much, Realm. Thank you. I think Hype Train is real. I think we're off and chugging. Watch out. Crush Collision Hype Train. Chugga, 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 chugga. The Crush Collision Hype Train is happening. Thank you so much for that, Gifted Realm. Appreciate the support and generosity. Just means everything to us. Thanks for that, Gifted. To our RJ&J community, y'all. Gift sub. Let's go. Name trace for Realm. R. E. Erb. Ip. A. Adam. L. M. B. A. Adam. B. E. Realm, babe. Realm. You're the best, Realm. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, that means so much. I think level 1 hype train did happen. I think we did get that. I don't know if emotes went out or if it just got it just in time, it looked like on my end. Either way, thank you so much for the hype and support, y'all. Thank you for being here, too. Just amazing night. Thanks for being here, hanging out with us for some sheet music, ASMR, and hangs. Let's look at some more of these and then we'll get into our essay. Maple Leaf Rag. So here's some of that ragged time. Speaking of how a rag works. So here's what that rhythm looks like in sheet music form. Here's what the written form of that ragged time looks like. See how the left hand, our left hand is doing this, what we were looking at earlier. Yeah, me too, Stamp. So glad to hang out with you tonight. We were looking at this earlier, this what's called a stride left hand, where you play a low note and then a chord. Do 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 do. So that's the stride left hand. Kind of keeps this straight ahead, sort of ba 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 ba, and that's what makes this part sound ragged. the ragged or ragtime feel. Because this part is what we call syncopated. It's offset. See how this note happens between those two? And then this note happens between these two. These notes are what's called syncopated, and they're really heavily syncopated. They're happening all over the place in between the notes that are happening in our left hand. And so the effect of that is this ragged time effect where my left hand and my right hand is playing do 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 do, and so we get do 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 do. You can even hear the syncopation just in what my hands are doing here. Right? You can even hear how they're offset from each other. So that's where that ragged time comes from. This one has 4 B's in the beginning and a 24. Yes, realm. Totally. So yeah, we're going to be playing lots of black keys in this because those 4 B's, that means each one of these notes. So a B, every time I play B, I'm going to play B flat instead. Every time I play E, I'm going to play E flat instead. Every time I play A, I'm going to play A flat instead. And every time I'm playing D, I'm going to play D flat instead. 4 flats over there. So yeah, for Maple Leaf Rag, 4 flats. And then the 24, that 2 on top of 4 means we're going to be counting to 2 inside of each bar. 1, 2, 1, 2, which is a really common, like march sort of feel time. Yeah. Remember when I got syncopated, I took medicine stamp. Cleared right up. No, go for it. We love that sort of thing. We love that. We love it too, Stamp. Well done. I remember one time I got syncopated. Only lasted like a week or so. Bring an electronic keyboard you could put on the Lego table for these. Yeah, Hedgehog. You know, I debated doing something like that and incorporating the piano, but like, that's been one of the things that I really like about these Sunday nights is to have it be a musical ASMR stream, but without musics, to kind of set it apart from basically the rest of our streams. Saturday and Monday are really music centered. It's just me and music, no Lego. And then I still have the ambient piano and key stuff happening during the Lego streams. And so I really wanted to try to deliberately not do music here for the Sunday nights. So I love the suggestion, Hedgehog, and we thought a lot about that. As Jules and I have been contemplating kind of how to do this sheet music, ASMR kind of world, how to pull off this effect, how to do that. We've thought about bringing instruments or how we could incorporate the keyboard and ended up deciding that we enjoyed it without, and to make it really about page turning and musical notation and that side of it, and the music theory and kind of written language side of it, instead of having any actual music involved. So it really is just kind of a just chatting music centered stream, but without music per se happening. Love to see RJ jam on a guitar. I'd love a guitar. Or maybe an accordion. I have an accordion now. Yes, I need to get it fixed. Tuned up, basically. Need to get it tuned up. The easy winners of Ragtime two-step. Ragtime two-step. I love how they always promote him this way. King of Ragtime Riders. My family and friends all pitched in this past Christmas and got me an accordion. That was actually the first instrument I played as a little kid. I haven't owned one in years. And it needs a tune-up. So I'm waiting to do some maintenance on it. But then I think we'd have to be fully in the music category. Let ourselves fully detour away from ASMR for an accordion stream. But I'd love to share some of that learning process with y'all. Get your accordion fix, gotta do another one, rides the bus, do some Weird Al stamp. Yes. Do some Weird Al, some polka, some They Might Be Giants. Ooh, look at this one. It's even called just what we were just talking about, Elite Syncopations. So talking about syncopated music, Elite Syncopations. There's a Russian guy that plays accordion on Twitch. He's like, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I've watched him before. I haven't seen him stream in a long time. I haven't seen him stream in a long time, but yeah, boy, he crushed. He was so good. Could play anything. Yeah, Mazvadim. He ended up, I know he got married and has a kid and stuff too. I don't know if if Vadim still streams. Yo, he was legendary there for a bit though. Yeah. He stopped for a while, but I saw him a few months ago. That's awesome, Bolo. That's great to hear. I loved Mosvadim. Yeah, dude could play anything. He shreds. Trying to get money for something. Gotcha. Yeah, at one point I followed him on socials and stuff too, and that's how he was. I saw he was putting some family stuff. He's won a bunch of international accordion competitions and things too. Weeping Willows, Weeping Willows. Ragtime two-step. Played for Putin once, wow. The Palm Leaf Rag. J-Rob was great, not an accordion player, but solid musical. Oh, I love J-Rob. Justin Robinson, one of my heroes of the platform and of the music and ASMR worlds. Absolutely. We miss you, J-Rob. He's doing great. He has a couple kids. Him and his wife are doing wonderful. He's doing website design. Yeah, I miss Justin too. Quiet Mind, though. Check out quietmind.com. He's still out there doing all types of stuff. The Sycamore. Yeah, I love Justin. He was one of our first big raiders and big supporters here for RJ&J. So we owe him a lot as Twitch streamers and creators too. He was a big supporter of ours as we were launching the channel, and just in general, fellow musician, and love J-Rob. I know we still have some folks in the community who found us from J-Rob those years ago. Doing Work With Me streams, but I haven't seen him in a while. I don't think Justin streamed in a long time. Yeah, he was doing Work With Me streams. Totally. Yeah, I caught one or two of those as well. I think that's how I found you, by a J-Rob raid stamp. That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah, he's something else. What a legend. What a legend. Yeah, I don't think he streamed or put out music or ASMR content in a while, but he's doing web design, and the quietmind.com, his website, still has a lot of those kind of materials and stuff in it. It's neat. The Chrysanthemum. Bethana, a concert waltz. Wonder if this is a picture of Bethana here. Wonder if we've got a picture of Bethana here for this waltz. Respectfully dedicated. Oh, we have here dedicated to Mr. and Mrs. Dan E. Davenport of St. Louis, Missouri. The Davenports of St. Louis. Mr. and Mrs. Dan E. Davenport. I wonder if Bethana is the Mrs. there. Hello, I hope you're doing fine. Your page turning is amazing. Thank you, Fedora. Hey, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Hello, hello. Great to see you tonight. Welcome in. Appreciate the kind words, too. Glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Got this lovely art book this evening. Collected Piano Works from Scott Joplin. Some piano sheet music here. I'm going to do a little bit of reading of the history of Scott Joplin and ragtime here at the beginning, too. Nice thick pages, though. This is one of my favorite books in my entire sheet music collection. Love it. It's got the good cloth binding, essential for any piano work, so that it lays flat there at the keyboard for us, so that you can actually read and play from it. An important touch. Lovely touch, often overlooked, but I think those are expensive, so sometimes the books are too small for it to make sense to do that for them. But boy, it's nice when you have it. Hey, Kat, good evening. Away on vacation in Maine, so might lose signal, but wanted to say a quick hi. Thanks for stopping in. We're looking at some Scott Joplin sheet music tonight, talking about ragtime music as well. Glad you could stop by, Kat. Have a wonderful trip. Love to you and family. Hope you're enjoying. I'd love to go to Maine sometime. That's on my bucket list. Never been up there. The Maine woods. Jules and I low-key have a dream of walking around small towns in Maine and just happening to run into Stephen King. walk into old Cy King on one of his walks. Love Scott Joplin. Me too, Kat. Check out this neat old publication here. It's got the covers from the original 1800s and like early 1900s publications of his music. So it's got these really neat old pictures of like the original sheet music publications. Wonderful essay story here at the beginning about Joplin and ragtime. Just a fantastic book. Fantastic book. It's my happy place, coast of Maine. Oh, wonderful. Come up a few times to the same cottage. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yes. Love that for y'all, Kat. Glad that you're getting some time there right now. The Leola two-step. Leola, respectfully dedicated to Miss Minnie Wade. One of these notes. Now, this is a note we see a lot in ragtime music. Just notice here. This is something I've seen a lot with Joplin's pieces, and I think it's because it's very often, quite often ignored. Notice. Don't play this piece fast. It's never right to play ragtime fast. Right? It really is. It loses some of that ragged time. But there's something in the vibe of ragtime music. There's something in just the way it happens at the piano, I think, and has come down through time, that it tends to be sped up. Like if you think about The Entertainer, a lot of times you hear that out in the world. It's actually quite often played significantly faster than it was intended. And for that ragged time feel, we want it to not be fast. RJ yelling about music radar. Yes, PB. Peanut butter pumpkin party. I get excited. What can I say? Some of my favorite stuff. What can I say? Hiya, BBBB. Hope you had a good Sunday night. Welcome, welcome, welcome in, friend. The Binks Waltz. Yeah, isn't this an awesome book? Isn't this an awesome book, Cat? The Binks Waltz. Eugenia. Some more friends there taking a dive while I got the book. I knew it was going to happen. Music is exciting. Yes, it is. That's right, exactly. Eugenia. Composer of Maple Leaf Rag and Cascades. Published for band and orchestra. Does this also have an orchestral score in it? That would be interesting to see indeed. Oh, it's just the piano score. And here we have that same note. Don't play too fast. Don't play too fast. Harness that ragged time feel, that rag time. That's what we're going for. Not too fast. Don't be hasty. I might be a tad jealous right now. Cat. For real, this is just absolutely one of my treasures from my sheet music collection. It really is one of my very, very favorite books I've ever found. Love Joplin, love the music too. This particular collection of this is just so great. The art, including all the different artwork in it. The way the pages are, the history that's with it too. I love that I found it used. We've been looking at this dedication in here. I only wish that you could forever be in the bright and wonderful state that this music puts you in. All my love. So it's got some history, some worldly adventures that it's had with other musicians. Found it at a Half Price Books in Austin, Texas. Too. I will say that the legendary bookstores here in Portland, Powell's is the main one of those. Powell's Bookstore. I've been able to find some good sheet music there as well. Yeah, isn't that something, Kat? I love that it's got the little story as part of it. Antoinette. March and Two-Step. Respectfully dedicated to Mary Antoinette Williams. Mary Antoinette Williams. 1906. So we've officially crossed over into the 1900s here. These pieces are in chronological order from Joplin's life. Probably as best they could. I'd imagine that's just publication order, which quite often is different than writing order, than composition order. That Crush Collision March was the very first one. How interesting is that? Look at this note. How about this performance note for us? Notice. To get the desired effect, I'm like trying to read this, but I don't want to mask my voice from the microphone either. To get the desired effect of stop time, the pianist will place will please stamp the heel of one foot heavily upon the floor at the word stomp. Do not raise the toe from the floor whilst stomping. Or stamp, yes, stamp. Will please stamp the heel of one foot heavily on the floor. And look, there's all these stamps. All these stamp words written in. Stamp, 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 stamp. You gotta use your heel. No, no using your toes. Yes, just the heel. Heel only stamps, friends. There's some lore about the dedicate. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, can you share, Realm? Absolutely. If you've got, if you can, do share. Thank you so much. I appreciate you with that dedication to Antoinette. Let's go back to that. Enjoy the lurk, Daz. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy the lurk, friend. It was. I tell people that all the time. Stamp, it's perfect. I'm a popular cat. Stamp's famous. They knew it. Don't raise your toe while playing, RJ. I see, cat. Yeah. Not while you're playing the stamp. Gotta get the stamp effect. All right, so here's Antoinette. Here's our piece. The Antoinette two-step. It's in 6/8, so this is going to kind of have, it's the March feel. So they're telling us March feel, so it's going to be 6/8, a march, but with 3 notes. Ba, da, 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 da. So that's how our rhythm is going to kind of happen in this Antoinette piece. That Realm has some history for us. The exact reason why Scott Joplin dedicated his 1906 piece Antoinette to Mary Antoinette Williams remains a historical mystery, while the sheet music officially reads respectfully dedicated to Marie Antoinette Williams. Music historians have found no surviving records explicitly identifying her or explaining her relationship to Joplin. That's so fascinating. However, musicologists have proposed 2 primary theories regarding the dedication. Yeah, Realm, this is amazing. A piece of a lost opera. Prominent Joplin biographer Edwin Berlin suggested that Antoinette was not written from scratch. Instead, it may have been adapted from parts of Joplin's lost 1903 opera. There's a lost opera. Wow. I love that so much. And then I wonder if that makes like Antoinette would have been a part of that opera or something. And that's where that name comes into it. A guest of honor. The music originated from the opera. Mary Antoinette Williams may have been a performer, a patron, or someone involved in the staging of that ill-fated production before the score was confiscated and lost confiscated. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine an opera being so scandalous? A personal affection. Joplin frequently dedicated pieces to women in his life, often using their names as the title of the composition. For instance, he dedicated the Chrysanthemum to Freddie Alexander, who became his second wife. He named places like Leola and Eugenia after women because the piece itself are named pieces, and the piece itself is named Antoinette. It is highly likely that Williams was either a woman he deeply admired or a close personal friend during his time in St. Louis. That's so amazing. Wow. Hedgehog. Yeah, hey, please don't solicit AI info here during stream. Thank you. No, please don't do that, Hedgehog. Thanks, don't do that. Yep. Yeah, don't do that. Thanks for understanding, Hedgehog. Please don't solicit questions like that during chat, during stream. Big Tasty McDonald's, how you doing tonight? Hey McDonald's, welcome in. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hearts, 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 hearts. How's your Sunday night going? We're just learning about Scott Joplin, checking out some sheet music. We're doing sheet music, page turning ASMR tonight. Check out this book, Collected Works, Rags, Waltzes, and Marches. We're just learning about the Antoinette March and two-step here. And perhaps part of the lost 1903 opera. Wowza. Hey, good morning, buddy. Interesting stuff. Was listening. Oh, that's awesome. Cool, Mom. I'm glad you've been digging it. Hello. Heard a lot about opera and stamping. Yes, we had our deliberate notes in the stamp time piece to stamp the floor, a ragtime dance, a stop time two-step, and to get this proper stop time effect, we have to stamp using our heel, mind you, using just your heel to stamp the floor. Yeah, thanks for understanding, Hedgehog. Cool stuff, stamp. And so we've got these stamp marks on here as well. Glad you can make it in tonight, Kualama. A little something different, but we've been really digging it. I think we'll try to do this same setup next week and kind of keep building the sheet music streams with being in the Lego world and try to build out this setup because I'm really digging it too. The repeating makes me remember it even better. Cool, yes. Gladiolus rag. Another one that has our do not play this piece too fast marker on there. That's from the modern publisher. That's a publisher's note. No, and then it also says from the composer. Yeah, it says it's signed from the composer. So I was mistaken. It's not from our 71 publicist. This is from Joplin saying, do not play too fast. Ragtime should not be played fast. So even in his time, people were tempted to add speed to it. There's something in the nature of just the way those notes fall at the keyboard and the way that ragged rhythm kind of grabs hold. And folks wanting to play it faster than intended. That's interesting that Joplin made that note as well, that was already happening. Non-perial, none to equal. Respectfully dedicated to Miss Mildred Ponder. Miss Mildred Ponder with the dedication for this one. Sugarcane, a ragtime classic two-step. The words written in sugarcane lettering there. What a cool poster. That's a great cover for this piece. How about that? Well, there's like a bunch more left here to look at. A bunch more of these posters and pieces. I think we'll have to come back to this book maybe next week. Maybe next time. School of Ragtime. Ooh, this will be cool. So we'll do that essay. How about instead of doing the essay for our reading part tonight, let's look at what the School of Ragtime. How cool is this? School of Ragtime. Exercises for piano. Joplin with some exercises for us. Fantastic. Fantastic. Some exercises to help us as pianists understand what's going on. And this is going to have some history and stuff in it too, and we've got notes directly from the composer here to help us out. Remarks. School of Ragtime by Scott Joplin, composer of Maple Leaf Rag. What is scurrilously, wow, called ragtime is an invention that is here to stay. That is now, how about that? Joplin, we are reading this. Shout outs to you, my friend. We are reading this in 2026. So your assessment, very true thus far. That is now conceded by all classes of musicians, that all publications masquerading under the name of ragtime are not the genuine article will be better known when these exercises are studied. That real ragtime of the higher class is rather difficult to play is a painful truth which most pianists have discovered. Syncopations are no indication of light or trashy music. And to shy bricks at hateful ragtime no longer passes for musical culture. To assist amateur players in giving the Joplin rags that weird and intoxicating effect intended by the composer is the object of this work. So Joplin clearly very aware of that name, even that word that we were talking about, ragged time, right? Very aware of the negative, the pejorative kind of connotation that even that word and that name kind of had. Yeah. And also of the historical setting, the time that he's writing this at, the dominance and preeminence of classical music in the published realm and in the published piano repertoire. Saying, look, it's not going to be that easy. That to perform ragtime, to perform this music at its highest level, at its concert pinnacle, the Joplin rags, and to give them the proper weird and intoxicating effect, I love that, intended by the composer. That's the object of these exercises. Really wants to give you a chance to understand what's happening. That many people in his time are getting it wrong, or the hateful ragtime, playing it dismissively as piano music. Wild, right? Yeah, Joplin very clearly aware of that, and of what's happening, how his music's being interpreted, how it's being played, and where it's sitting historically at that time as well. It is evident that by giving each note its proper time, by scrupulously observing the ties, you'll get the effect. So many are careless in these respects. Ties here meaning holding down a note. In music, to hold down a note, we tie it to the note next to it. That means you hold it down for its length plus the length of whatever note it's tied to. And he's saying this is often ignored in performance of ragtime. We'll specify each feature. In this number, strike the first note and hold it through the time belonging to the second note, which is what a tie means, but him emphasizing that. To be sure you're careful, take care with those here in ragtime. The upper staff is not syncopated and is not to be played. The perpendicular dotted lines running from the syncopated note below to the two notes above will show exactly its duration. Play slowly until you catch the swing, and never play ragtime fast at any time. How about that? A note from our composer. That's a wonderful place to wrap it up this evening, I think. A note from Joplin there to us on how to practice, how to play ragtime, and how to get that weird and intoxicating effect that he wants us to have with the music. Let's stand some figs back up. Y'all, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out tonight. What a beautiful Sunday evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Signal's getting sketchy, so I'm going to go down. Awesome to catch a bit of stream. I'm so glad you could tonight too, Kat. It was great seeing you. We do this every Sunday night, y'all. We do the just chatting, music theory, kind of hangout, musical sort of hangout, just chatting and page turning, sheet music type of stream. That's our Sunday night MO. And I'm so glad to be here with you. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, what a cool book, Cat. We'll be back in this one. So we didn't get to the essay at the beginning, so we've got a big history bit of book reading to do, and then still about half of the sheet music to take a look at as well. So I'll be excited to get into that with y'all too. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Thank you for such a wonderful Sunday night. Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is piano only, so lots of music tomorrow. We will be up this same time. I'll be back here with you tomorrow. No raid tonight. We're just going to kind of cut and run. Such a fun book and bit of learning on some of those dedicated pieces. Realm, yes, it was so fun. Thank you so much for the lore drops tonight, y'all. Hey, huge shout out for our mods. Shouts to our mod squad. Thank you so much, Realm, the mod love. Nice book. There's definitely more to go through next week. Yeah, Hedgehog, I'm excited for it too. Right on. Thanks for being here tonight, Hedgehog. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing the evening with Scott Joplin here too. Yeah, shout outs to our mods. Hey, shout outs to all of our lurkers as well, and our VOD squad and YouTube families, Instagram crew. Thank you. Truly, every view, every bit of interacting with us, chatting with us, commenting on videos, every single bit of it matters. Every moment matters. Every penny counts. Every bit of it counts. Helps us keep doing what we're doing here as well. And thank you so much for making us and me and this a part of your story and a part of your life as well. Have a great night. Take care. Much sleep, well, rest. Thank you. Yeah, you're amazing. You matter, Cav. Thank you so much, KJ. You're so welcome. Thanks for being here. Thank you all so much for a beautiful Sunday evening. Big hugs. Let's go. Big hugs. Small arms, big hugs. Yeah, heck yeah. One more shout out too. Hey, our mods, our VOD squad, our lurkers, everyone. How about one more for you right there, wherever you're watching this video and with us here live right now. Thank you. Penny, Todd, Jules, all the Lego Worlders, we all want each other and for you to know that you matter. Your thoughts and your feelings matter. It's you we like, not what you have, where you are, what you do. It's just you. You are special. And your uniqueness is what makes you you. Wouldn't have it any other way, y'all. That's the best part. That's the best part right there.